let me continue with this serial that we just started 3 weeks ago. I love my church. Can you say that?
I love my church.
I want to hear that again.
I love my church.
Okay, that's good because I love my church too. And my church is here, this place that we call Real Connection Church. This is the place where God called me to be. This is the place where we need to be because we want to be obedient with the Lord. But also, we need to start loving our church. I love my church, Real Connection. And one thing that we talked about last week was to show our love one to another. This is working with others, serving others. And today, we are going to talk with something important, forgiveness. And you hear all about this song that we worship the Lord today. All those talk about forgiveness. Because forgiveness, one to another, is something that is not easy to do. You know, when someone makes hurt us, that's hard to right away instantly say, oh, I forgive you. Because our heart is something very, very slow to heal. See? Oh, and we take care of that wall there. Oh, that person hurt me, and I cannot forgive them. Even say something, I'm not going to forget that. That's really hard to forgive people. But we show love when we start forgiving one to another. Just the same way that God did for us. And you know, that's what we're going to start talking about. Ephesians chapter 4, verse 31. This is wrote by Apostle Paul. He said, get rid of bitterness, rage, and anger, brawling and slander, along with every form of malice. There is something there. If we keep in our heart all those angriness, all those rage in the heart, something bad is happening. It couldn't happen nothing good. That's why the apostle tells, hey, you know, if you want to be happy, if you want to live healthy, you have to be emotionally healthy, you better take all those, if you like to use the word garbage, take all this garbage from your heart. And then let the Lord start cleaning up your heart. When you start taking all those bad feelings in your heart, the Lord can start healing your heart. And that's what verse 32 says. It said, instead to have all that angriness and everything in your heart, you can have one to another forgiveness, tender heart, and just forgive one another just in the same way that the Lord forgives us. Isn't that something nice when you start thinking about other people? When we chose to forgive, it's saying, I'm not thinking only about me. I'm thinking about the other people. And you start thinking, when you start stepping up outside your brain and just start thinking about others, you can say, maybe, only maybe, that person don't want to hurt me. Or maybe he really wants to do that, but there is a reason why he's acting that way. And you start thinking about the other person, how they feel with all those angriness in their heart, just in the same way that we see here in this picture. Because carry all those angriness is a heavy load. See, every single day. It's like you're walking with a gray cloud over your head. You never see happiness because you're carrying a very heavy load of angriness. And when we start cleaning up our hearts, that load will start getting lighter and lighter and lighter. And you can come back to your happiness. Because at the end, we must all come here knowing God forgive. You see, every person who are here under this roof, we are experiencing God forgiveness. He forget our sins. He forgot all our wrongdoings. And we need to remind that in our heart and keep it grateful for Him. And keep our mind always focused in that main thing that God is asking us to do. Forgive. Forgive. This is important word. If we need to go out from here today, we need to go out with that word in our heart. Forgiveness. Forgiveness and forgiveness. Because we need to live our life not with angeriness, but live our life filled with love. And filled with love is show kindness to others. Demonstrate compassion and forgive one another. Kindness. Kindness is more than just one word. To be respectful. Kindness is to show the love to another person. And treat the other person well, even when that other person don't deserve it. That is kindness. You never went to those offices when you find a declare always with this kind of face? Next in line. I said next. And that face, you're so scared, waiting for your turn. Okay, next. You want to go first? When you get there and you start talking with that person and say, hey, you have a nice shirt today. Oh, well, thank you. I hope you have a great day today. Man. And then their face start changing. Because we need to go to the Word with those kind of kindness to others. Forgive them. We need to know that people have trials, very difficult trials every single day. Maybe you have an easy life. Maybe you have a life that you're walking in heaven, but people have really difficult trials. And we need to think about them more than just thinking about ourselves. And when we know that people have trials, even sometimes worse than I experience, see, we start showing kindness and understanding to them. Because at the end, at the bottom line, all need forgiveness. And we all want to be treated with kindness, isn't it? And that's what the Lord says in Matthew chapter 6, 14 and 15. If you forgive those who sin against you, your heavenly Father will forgive you. But if you refuse to forgive others, your Father will not forgive your sins. And when you see this Bible verse, something that came out in front of my eyes, and you start getting bigger, it said, if you refuse to forgive. That made me think that I have the choice. I have a choice. Some people say, I can't forgive him. I can't forgive her. It's impossible. Well, that is your choice. But always, there is a choice to forgive. And when you forgive, you are showing love. You are showing mercy to others. And it said that you should not to forgive. Remember that also God is not going to forgive you. This is a condition here. And all of us, I think, if we want to experience God's forgiveness, well, you should not can experience that if in your heart you have something against somebody else. But life is not easy. Life is not simple. And sometimes you say, okay, Pastor, you're right, I have to forgive them, but I've been forgiven these people not once, twice, 3 times. He never learned. Or she never learned. Always is hurting me all the time. How many times do I have to forgive these people? And you know what? I'm not going to answer that question. Let's the Bible answered the question for me. And that's what the Lord Jesus Christ says to Peter. That then Peter came to him and asked, Lord, how often I should forgive someone who sins against me? 7 times? No, not 7 times, Jesus replied, but 70 times 7. Oh, I give you news there. That is even harder now. Because we tend to feel that everyone has to treat us well. And we have that right, yeah, right? We have the right that everyone treat us right. But sometimes we cannot control other people's lives. But we can control our heart, our feelings, and our emotions. And we always can say, I forgive you. I forgive you. I forgive you, because forgiven is a priority in our life as a Christian. We have to put that on top of our life, because we cannot walk through the world with angriness in our heart. It's taking away our happiness, our peace. We must learn how to forgive and put it right on top of our priority. Matthew also compiled this Bible where it said, so if you are presenting a sacrifice at the altar in the temple, and you suddenly remember that someone has something against you, leave your sacrifice there in the altar. Go and be reconciled with the person. Then come and offer your sacrifice to God. You know, sometimes human being is very complicated, but we feel like, oh, I am so clean. God is clean my sins. I feel like an angel now. I only need my wings, but I'm being a nice person. I am a holy person. And then you came to the altar with your offering, like today, all of you bring your tithes, your offerings. Great. But sometimes we don't offer our heart to the Lord. We just keep it there with 3 or 4 blocks there. We don't want you to look here inside, Lord, because I have here my personal angriness against someone. But the Lord said, you know what? I cannot take those beautiful songs that you sang today. I cannot take your tithes and your offering today if you are not open your heart and clean your heart with forgiveness. Go and make peace with that person. And the Lord gave us a nice way, a nice plan to start making peace one another. Matthew chapter 18 said, if you have something against your brother or sister, go with him. Face to face. Very clear. Speak to them. Make him know what you heard him. And make a peace. Luke chapter 17, 3 and 4 says, if another believer sins, rebuke the person. Then if there is a repentance, forgive. Even if that person wronged you 7 times a day, and each time turn against and ask forgiveness, you must forgive. But you have to tell them. You have the right to tell the people and say, hey, you know what? You make me feel bad. You really make me cry. You hurt my feelings. You make me feel like you don't love me. And I not deserve that because I've been kind with you. I love you. I do everything for you. But you know what? At the end, I forgive you. But I want you to know how my feeling was hurt. That's what the Bible tells us. And then you speak your heart. You release your angriness. And the Lord can and heal your heart. That's the way that we can forgive, because forgiveness has to come also with trust. And trust is one thing, and forgiveness is another. See, you release your heart, you make me sad, you make me cry, you hurt my feelings, I forgive you, but you know what? We better give some room now until we reveal our trust. Because there's so many times that you've been hurting that I need space. Give me some room, please. Because trust needs to be revealed. You forgive. You forget. But you have to reveal again Because trust cannot be given, it's earned. Those little things that you do for other people, every time that you speak the truth, every time that you show love and kindness, you start building block by block by block and build a strong trust. And sometimes to build that trust take time to make a relationship, and that relationship is built in that trust. It maybe take months, years, decades, but they can be destroyed in just one single moment. And what is destroyed, whatever you build in 1 month, in 1 year, maybe take another decade to rebuild that trust that we destroyed just in one time. That's why, brothers and sisters, better than just forgive is not to hurt. If we want to keep the trust, we can keep a healthy relationship with others, is to keep our heart away to hurting another people. If you do, because we are humans and we make a mistake, raise your hand if you never make a mistake. Now raise your hand if you make mistake in life. I make a lot. I don't have enough hands. I want to be an octopus now to raise many hands that I can. Because we are not perfect. We are believers. And the Lord is working in our hearts. But we are not perfect. And just because we are not perfect, we enjoy it when we ask Him for forgiveness and people forgive ourselves. Isn't it? Please, can you forgive me, please? If the people forgive you, I say, thank you. And you hug the person and give it, please, thank you. I did not deserve this opportunity. But the same way that you want to be treated when you ask Him for forgiveness, think about that you can give that grace. Because forgive another person is giving grace. And giving mercy. And remember that grace, the love, and the mercy from the Lord is something that we didn't deserve. Also, the person who offended us and hurt us didn't deserve to, but we give it because the Lord gave us the example how to do it. And build the trust. If you are one of those people who break that trust, look, take a note. Okay, next time that I hear someone, this is what I have to do. Well, this is not that easy, but, first, you have to be very transparent. You have to be honest. I hurt you. I did this, and I know that I did it wrong. Don't try to excuse yourself. As I was under pressure, I don't know what to do, and you were yelling me, and then I skylight and yelled you. No, this is not the way that we ask for forgiveness. It's speak with clear heart. Say, I make a mistake. I hurt you, and I'm so sorry. And I will do everything is possible in my hands, not to do it again. And I know that I deserve any consequences that you're going to put there in order to build the trust. I'm not going to press you. I'm not going to press you in any way. I know that I deserve that. I will wait patiently until you think it is time to make the first step and rebuild a relationship. That should be the way that we as an offender can approach to those who we offend. We have to say sorry. But also we need to act in just the same way that we are sorry. Because ask for forgiveness is not just in words. It has to take some action too. But also, if you are the trust giver, you have to begin trusting in God. Because it's not easy to forget some other people. And you need, the same way that you need power when you are sad, when you are happy, when you need the Lord right next to you, you need the Lord when you have to forgive someone too. Because it's not easy. Or maybe it's me. It's only me who is hard to forget. Well, I hope that I'm the only one here that is hard for forgive. But you know, that's times when we need really the Lord in our side. Because it's when our prayer has to be, Lord, you know what? I don't want to forgive this person. It hurt me so much. I don't want to even see that. But you know, Lord, just the same way that you forgive me, make my heart be open and give love to them and forgive them too. That would be our way to forgive others without our forgiveness has to be wide. It has to be clear. Of course, there is a process. See? When you forgive, you clean your heart, and now you can take the first step. Okay. I'm going to give you a chance. Because now I feel my heart is fine. Now I can try again. Here is the pastor, you can call the pastor. Pastor, you know what? You hurt me last time, but now I'm willing to forgive you. You can say, thank you, sister. Thank you, brother. Because, you know, we cannot live in this life with angriness in our heart. And I know this heart, but this is what the Bible says. Trust in the Lord with all your heart. Do not depend on your own understanding. You know, because we always have reason to hate someone. You know, he wasn't kind, he wasn't fair how he treated me, he didn't deserve my friendship, he didn't deserve my love. No, I cut with him in a relationship. I take all his phone number, I return all his teddy bears, I don't want to see him or her anymore. If we do it in our way, it's hard. But we have the power of the love. What is impossible for a human being is possible for the Lord. And we can ask him for his power and be with us. And then we can need, at this place, church. You know, some people are scared to get to church. And we, as a Real Connection Church, remember we have the slogan says, reaching beyond border for Christ. And this place here, when we are together here, we need to make this church, this building, this community of faith, we need to make this place as a safe place. A safe place where you can feel that someone cares about you. Doesn't matter what trial in life you have, doesn't matter what mistake you make in life, but when you cross that door and you are in this community of faith, you can feel free to worship the Lord, to talk to someone else face to face, not need to put your side down. You can speak looking in the eye because you don't feel judged, you don't feel rejected, you feel with open arms. You feel loved. And we need to build a place. We need to build a church where everyone can feel close to the Lord. Because God not rejected anyone who came to him. He always is with open heart. And he cared about his child. And this place, this community of faith needs to be one place like that. See, a safe place is a place where we can ask questions without feeling embarrassed. It has to be a place where you can feel and no one can step up on you and say, see, I knew it, you cannot make it. But a place where I know you felt that here's my hands. I want to help you to raise up. I lift you up. You can walk with me. You cannot keep in the ground. I want to walk with you. If I need to hold you the whole way, I will do that. Because I don't want you to keep in the ground. I want to walk with you. That's a safety place. A place where we can celebrate those terms, but also we can be alone with those people who fell. And be there right next to them. You know, I've never been in the army. And there is someone here who went to the army, like John is one of those years, One day, John came here with a lot of medals here. John had a lot of medals. But also, when you get to heaven, I hope that 50 years from now, 50 or 60, you will receive a crown too. Not just those medals that you have here. You will receive a crown from the Lord. Because you are the one who showed love for another. Let me tell you something, John. And all of you, don't feel jealous if I'm talking about John today. See? The pastor never talk about me. And I think she is like John today. Don't feel jealous. But you know, John, you are inspiring some other people. I remember the Sunday that you were here with all your spine, all those bones, broken bones, with that pain, like I feel like today too. There was a lady sitting right there, almost in the last line here at the church. And I said, look, John is here taking the offering, but he's in a lot of pain. And she said to her, if he is here with pain, with broken bones, and I'm sitting here healthy, John, I must stand up and do something for the Lord too. And she now is one of those workers, a volunteer worker at the church, just because she saw me. In the same way, when we start building here a safe place where you can forgive, place where you can show love and kindness for another, other people will notice that. And that will be a place where they want to be there. I want to be a place when I feel respect. I want to be in a place when I feel love. I want to be in a place when I feel hope. And we build that kind of community of faith. Trust me, people will be here because you will be the living example of the love of God. And that's what we need to build. Build. I don't build. Not either, but built. A safe place where you are not alone and there are others to help. To help you to raise your kid. To help you to manage your money because maybe you don't know how to do it. To help you to grow in your faith. To help you to learn how to live life. To learn you how to live as a Christian. This is the place where we need to be. This is the way the church has to be. A safe place is a place where we all respect and love. A place where we are protected and united. And that is the main thing here. We are united. Without barrier, without borders. Doesn't matter your color of skin. Doesn't matter your accent. It doesn't matter where you come from. It doesn't matter how you live. But love is number one. Unity is number one. And God loves you, and you need the Lord, and you need a community of faith that knows that. And living knowing that. That's what we need to be as a real connection church. I want to ask you if you can join us to read our Bible verse for today. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Instead, be kind to each other.
Tender-hearted, forgiving one another, just as God in Christ has forgiven you. You can take God, therefore, everything that you do, because you are His dear children. Live a life filled with love, following the example of Christ. He loved us and always decided to sacrifice for us, raising your own to God.
Isn't that a beautiful Bible verse? This is like a pleasing aroma to God. It's a place, a beautiful perfume. See, when my wife, I know my wife perfume brands, and I always been like inspector. This bottle is almost half. I need to buy more for her. You know, and it smells good. I like how it smells. Just imagine the Lord when He there in heaven, He looked here at the Real Connection Church. and see all our hearts and say, wow, I love what I see. I see forgiveness. I see love. I see unity. That's the kind of church that I love. Amen.